Hi, this is Emily the Songbird, and today I would like to talk about finishing your creative projects. I had a conversation today with a wonderful friend of mine who is a guitar player and a music producer, and we were talking about um, how challenging it is to actually complete our creative projects. I remember when I was publishing my book, how scared I was to actually complete it. And in fact, I remember, because I self-published it, so I remember going back in over and over and over again to check for mistakes and to fix a phrase in a paragraph. And then, I sent it off finally to the publisher. And of course, there were mistakes in it, right? So that perfectionist came into play, but I was coming to the point where that completion was going to happen, and people would actually have the opportunity to read my book, to read my words. And so I find that I'm discovering that same thing can happen anywhere in our creative process, right? So I have been writing music and songs for many years. I wrote an album years ago, which some of the songs are on my website, and I was really happy about it and proud about that. And then from then on, I was never able to finish and record and get to a place where I could take the music to the next level. And so I've been good at helping others to teach them music, and I have been good at starting songs but not completing them. And so I'm wanting that to change. And I'm here just hopefully being witness so that you can hear my voice. And maybe by hearing my voice, you'll hear your voice. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you're like, oh, I have this artistic soul and I want to express more of it. Maybe it's in music. Maybe it's in painting. Maybe it's in who knows what your creative, your projects are. But have you started something and you haven't finished it? What are those distractions that come in, and how do they stop us from actually going forward and facing all of that comes by completion? By completing. So what does completing mean? Well, when we complete something, then there's something, a project, right, that is there to be shared, but then also to be assessed, to be judged. If I'm out there just flitting around to Emily the Songbird, right, I just give little hints and ideas and this and that. And there's beauty in that, right? There's beauty in the whole creative process, being playful and light, allowing that energy of the child to come through. But what about when it's time to complete something? When you know that you've been holding back, when you know that you've been hiding, and only you know it, that you've been hiding, and you know that you have tried different ways, but they didn't work, right? You failed in your own mind. You missed the mark. You had a mistake, right? What does that do for our own creative unfoldment? I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to hide my authenticity. I don't want to hide who I truly am. So I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it. And so if anybody can resonate with this, you're another creative along the path, and you are interested in exploring this together, please let me know. Reach out to me, comment. Are you somebody who has tried to express more of your authenticity, but maybe you got criticized, maybe you got shut down, maybe you for some reason, there was some big distraction that came in and held you back from that. So I'd like to know. I'd like to know. I feel very surrendered right now. The way of the world, the way of the nation, um, where I am in my own life, all these dynamics have really brought me down to my core. And so I am ready to learn and grow and change and do things in new ways. So I welcome your input and your questions, and I hope that you have a magical, miraculous, musical, and manifesting day.